a new patch and updates to the mods broke our previous save game in Hearts of Iron 4, but I didn't want to give up on this series because it's way too exciting to see kind of divided Canada and the USA. But in order to start back in 1936 and in order to make this series great again, I wanted to include kind of a twist. Now first, before we get started, let's talk about the mods we already know about in the series. The USA States mod obviously got an update in order to be compatible with the Sunflower patch. I don't even know if it's called the Sunflower patch, I'm just guessing here. And the colors have changed. And I'm assuming that the modder probably just wanted to get the update out there. But I really hope he changes the colors back around because I'm not digging everyone looking green. Either way, most of these states are going to be dead anyways, and keep in mind that by the end of the campaign, actually by the mid part of this campaign, we're only really looking at the faction map mode, but really hoping that he changes colors back because all these green, not about that life. Canada looks okay. I think that maybe they could be a little bit brighter, but okay, so what is this new twist? Again, I didn't want to start a whole, part 1 in this series. Like I said, I'll still be looking at the predictions for part 1 of the series that I started, about a week ago. I'll still be doing that because there's no point in going, changing. But I didn't want to start up a new series because I didn't think this was a big enough change, but it's still pretty big. Because I've got the German divided mod now working, and it's just like, what else are you going to divide, Drew? What are you going to divide next? So this is really big because that means not only is Germany divided, but also, can I hit the faction map mode, please? There is no Axis. There is no Axis. The game's only started off with allies and Comintern. If you're wondering, right now, my end goal eventually is to start off. I want to start using the no faction map mode. I'm sorry, the no faction start mod. I want to start using that. That mod still hasn't been updated yet, but nonetheless, we will not for sure see. So this is going to do two things. First of all, it's going to make Europe really exciting. Normally, Europe is already pretty exciting, but we're finally not going to see the Axis in the U.S. We saw it twice in a row now, and I thought that was really weird. And also, I think people are more willing to get behind their state if they're not a part of the Axis faction. I think that seems like a common thing people do not like. If you're from Missouri and Missouri joins the Axis, people are like, I don't know if I want to root for them anymore. It's kind of weird. So, but I do think that there will definitely be states that join the Comintern. Nobody will join the Allies. There's just going to be that Allied support of. And I have no idea what's going to happen inside of Europe with a divided Germany. Now again, this is going to work the way the Divided Canada mod works, where they all lean towards a certain ideology from the very beginning. There's Bavaria, also Brandenburg, a couple, if you're used to EU4, you'll notice definitely a few of these names. Pommern? Anyways, yeah, so they all start off with like certain leanings. It's kind of interesting that Western Germany was leaning more towards democracy and a little bit of communist support, and then a lot of the eastern and southern, well, that's Czechoslovakia, but yeah, these are where like the fascist states of Germany were. Anyways, yeah, that's going to be pretty crazy. It means that Italy is going to have to do most of the work. Italy is going to have to be the dude that, kind of stands up for, I guess, the fascist movement. So that will be obviously a pretty fun thing to watch. So yeah, I mean, not a huge change, but it kind of is at the same time. I didn't think it justified a whole new part 1, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, so we're not going to get started with, we're just going to jump into Speed 5. We already know how this works. Drew, you don't need to explain anything. You can just let the crack roll. Just let the crack flow from your mouth, say some stupid stuff, and everyone will be happy. That's pretty much all I have to do. My YouTube channel. Say some stupid things, people are happy. Smoke crack, say dumb things, and then you make a bunch of people happy. So I'm really excited about this because there finally will be no Axis. Yep, we're used to that. Looks like Panama went socialist. Very cool, I guess. Because I feel like they normally just stay democratic. And then the Panama that normally starts there declares war on the U.S. territory part of Panama. Everyone's changing their ideologies, so let's go ahead and zoom in. So Kansas, it looks like it's fascist. Let's look at the big stuff. We've got California socialist. There's going to be so many jokes. There's already so many jokes every time California goes socialist. It's like, but I thought California was already socialist. There we go. Lone Star State went back to being the Lone Star State. Texas being fascist. I think that goes hand in hand. California's communist, Texas is fascist, and there we go. Kentucky went fascist as well. Obviously, you know, I don't think I need to mention, but Canada will be addressing their own situation, looking at some of the states. Wow, this is kind of similar to the way our previous game went. New York went communist, and Michigan. I feel like Michigan keeps going Democratic, or has been going Democratic. We've got the Empire of Minnesota. I like that. Social Republic of Montana. What's going on in the West? State of Oregon. And then we've got fascist Washington. Really cool there. I really hope we see some ideologies or something form up. Ooh, the Silver Empire of Nevada. That fascist Vegas. I want to go there. That sounds amazing. And we've got a return of dessert. I love it. I've been getting pretty much a history lesson on Utah in my first part 1 of just the U.S. states series alone. Just everybody. I had no idea this was a common thing. People just knew about this. I'm like, oh my goodness, I had no idea. It's not called dessert, but that is what we're saying. I need to keep in mind some of these flags too. These flags are really awesome. I mean, these are really cool flags. Ooh. Oh my goodness, look at this. We've got Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona going fascist. Actually, this is really interesting because, okay, Mexico goes to war with the states no matter what, and that just happens because Mexico wants to eat up on the little guy. But you now have no democratic states to go after, and you especially probably don't want to go after these fascists countries. I guess I should call them countries because they are kind of countries, but whatever, they're states. It's fine. Here's the thing is, and I keep forgetting this so far with my commentary, just because Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona have gone fascist does not mean they won't go to war with each other. I feel like they should be geared. I don't know why the AI does. They still do that because why aren't you going to war with, oh my gosh, even Oklahoma is fascist. That is crazy. This is really interesting, especially because there is no German power that will be leading the Axis. There is none. I don't know what Italy's formed up, and remember, we're still on non-historical focus. So Italy will for sure form its own faction. I have no idea what it's going to be. I've seen in the past in screenshots Italy forming some pretty awesome faction names, like, I don't know, some sort of Imperium of Italian something, and I was just like, whoa, that's an awesome name. We should give you an award for that name, whoever came up with that. So yeah, I mean, it looks like there's a pretty hardcore line of, well, communists is in pretty strong support, but we've got, first war, New York versus Connecticut. And I apologize for my East Coast viewers. I don't look as much at the United States East Coast, and that's because I'm a terrible person, but I also don't know the geography of the East Coast as well. It's so small over there. But yeah, look at all these fascist states that border, even Arkansas. So we'll see if they decide to turn on each other. Kansas Empire. So if fascist uprises out of the U.S., that would be pretty big because Europe won't have as much fascist support without Germany there. Okay, so Rhode Island has declared war on the Connecticut Empire. You know, one other thing I want to mention, if you want to leave your picks down below this video, that's totally fine too. You could do that. I'm just gonna look at video 1 though. But if you wanted to like leave your pick here, and then by the end of this series, say, hey Drew, look, video 8, I picked this right, like in your face, you know, and it will be totally in my face if you want to just do it for fun. Okay, Quebec has declared war on the Republic of New York. Wow, Quebec does not play any games. New Jersey's declared war on New York, so we've got 2 people after Connecticut, and then 2 people after New York. New Jersey. Okay, we've got Ontario. Ontario as well. Everyone's just going after New York right now, which is one of the one of the big 3 states, I'd say. California, Texas, New York, Florida, Pennsylvania also in there. Oh, where did Alaska go? Damn. Alaska went Democratic. Nationalist Spain declared war on regular Spain. That's kind of interesting. So this is going to be very different because who's supporting Nationalist Spain now? Probably just Italy. Italy's the only fascist country right at the moment. Also, depending on the Balkans, Romania might go fascist. Bulgaria might as well. So, you know, Greece definitely could. You know, who knows? It's very likely that Poland forms up its own faction, and we might even see a Polish faction versus the Soviet Union alone. That could definitely be a possibility. Oh, I didn't even realize. Look at this. Prussia. Prussia is here. Oh, that is awesome. That is so awesome. Can I just change my pick to Prussia? I love Prussia. I love just, yeah, Prussia, really cool. The Prussian Empire. Super fascist, a little communist. No democratic support whatsoever. And I just love that black color. That's cool. I don't know why I missed that whole part. But anyways, I really hope they do something fun. Illinois versus Kentucky Empire. You know, I should mention, probably not too much will happen in Europe. In the 1940s, starting in the 1940s, that's when things will really take place. But once again, this series will be focused on North America for now. Tennessee has declared war on the Kentucky Empire. Michigan declared war on the Socialist Republic of Illinois. I won't be as slow with the series. I'd like to go, you know, a little bit faster. Appalachia, something like that. Pretty much the East is just going after each other. We've seen no Western wars. Also, Mexico hasn't done anything, which is kind of interesting. It is December, so these wars should be... Oh, I just missed something. Well, we'll view the peace results, I guess. Maryland, things like that. So, I don't think I've had an opportunity to mention this, but just kind of scrolling through the, geez, okay, this is getting crazy now. Just kind of scrolling through the map, I'm sorry, the workshop. Hearts of Iron 4 is going to be a fantastic AI-only game. I cannot wait for the future. I hope as long as modders continue to support the game. Oh, Mexico just declared war on somebody. On the New Mexican Empire. And unfortunately, they're not going to get any support, I don't think. Mexico is already at war with Socialist Republic of Colorado. And boom, we've got California now going after Mexico. Now, if California doesn't... Oh, you know what? Yeah, if California doesn't have to be on the defense. So if, like, pretty much... I'm just going to call this fascist Vegas. Or can I call it, like, Hitler's Vegas or something? I don't know. I just... I love Vegas. Alberta declared war. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, I mean, there are more and more mods, like, every single day that are just dividing up the world, and there are two really future AI-only battles that I want to do, eventually when the mods support it. That is... Just an entire world divided into states would be fantastic. That, I don't know what that's going to do to the performance of the game, but I would love to see that. I would absolutely love to see that. As well as, I will be, I know everyone's asking me, I will do the present day mod of AI only, but there's a big problem with that. Anyways, point is, I've got really big plans. There's a lot of fantastic series that I can do with Hearts of Iron 4 AI only. And I am reading your comments and reading your feedback just to see what's going on. Guatemala's declared war in Mexico, and we have Colorado joining the Comintern. Ooh, that might be a little bit more of a common thing since there is no Axis, and these fascist states will have to form their own faction. How's California doing? California's doing okay. It kind of looks like they're doing all right. This is gonna be fun. Oh, I didn't realize that. Yeah, Texas and Oklahoma working together. Kind of here. I know that there have been probably a few peace deals. I really hope that you guys can let people know. Let me know I'm an idiot in the comment section, that I missed something. That's fine. It's totally cool. Rhode Island. I just need to watch, like, the peace deals is more important right now. Because, again, I want to stay on speed 5 because, you know, the divided Germany will come more into play as we get further into the series. Okay, so now we have a Mexico that is involved in... Oh, you already took out Guatemala. Wow, that does not take you long at all. And even New Mexico is now having some success here. Oh, because, you know, oh, Wyoming took out Colorado. No more weed for Colorado. I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed now. So now, yeah, Mexico's fighting California and New Mexico, as well as El Salvador, which they always do that. Jeez, what is going on here in the East? I love Appalachia. They look really good, actually. Treaty of Louisville. They took 3 states. Wow, look at these guys. That's awesome. That is really cool. They're fascist, too, so A lot of fascist states, which is kind of what the world needs right now. Fascism. I'm saying in this scenario because divided Germany. That's what. Don't take that out of context, please. Please. And now they're going after Tennessee. They are just not waiting at all. Boom. Arkansas is almost dead. Oklahoma got destroyed. Why is that? Because Kansas destroyed them. Well, that's fine because Kansas was also fascist. Texas doesn't even care about Oklahoma, I don't think. Well, there's a big rivalry. There's a big state rivalry. The Red River rivalry or whatever. I think this might be the first time well, if Texas isn't continued to be distracted, we have our first faction. New Panama, the Syndicate. Minnesota Empire joined the Confederation. Uh-oh. If Texas isn't distracted by the Deep South and if he goes after Mexico, ooh, we might see some really strong southern states. Oh, and you just proved me wrong right there because Texas now is going after New Mexico. And luckily for Mexico, California doesn't have that big of a border. It's going to be really difficult for this state to cut through northern Mexico. That will not be easy. Yeah, that will not be easy at all. Lone Star joined the Confederation. All right, so I think that's going to be the fascist faction to join is the Confederation. Allied supporters of, we've got Oregon and Idaho. Allied supporters of, wait a second, oh, okay, so we missed, are you saying that fascist Washington joined the Allied supporters of a mainly Democratic faction? That's really strange. Oh, these are some very weird factions that are forming. I'm assuming that it will be cleaned out though. So Texas, you joined. Texas and Oklahoma are fighting Kansas and this other sort of faction. This other sort of fascist faction, I should say. There's two confederations, but there can only be one confederation. Hey, New York is holding on. Look at that. New York's doing a pretty good job. They're holding on. It's middle of 1937. And we've got a lot of states at war with a lot of the Canadian provinces, Ontario and Quebec. Oh, you white pieced with New York. That was probably a smart move. And you guys like each other. That's cool. Huh. Yeah, Quebec and Ontario kind of working together. Oh, I did not even realize Montana was cutting through Alberta, and I always pronounce this state's wrong. This state's name wrong, but okay. I thought it was so funny when somebody commented on the first video, I'm going with Yukon. Yeah, yay for that 0 manpower. Yes, that's crazy. Yeah, look at that. I mean, socialist state of Montana looking real good. Anyways, I'm going to stop right there. Obviously, chaos has ensued, but as I said, you're going to have to give Europe time. Wow, and if nationalist Spain wins here, I don't even know how they won. They're only being supported by Italy. Maybe the democratic countries didn't care. But definitely excited about Prussia, Bavaria, Brandenburg, a lot of states that we're used to if you've played EU4 before. And it should be a very fun campaign. So obviously, I know I missed a lot of things that were taking place, a lot of states that are doing pretty well, like Tennessee I didn't get to mention, but I'll look over that in the next video. I promise. There's a lot of things to discuss, and a lot of different things to look at now. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.